اهدنا الصراط المستقيم. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Just like the flood narrative is common in every religious literature since ancient time till Islam, I am considering Islam is one of the last acceptable religion. We have a hero narrative of Jayasudra in the Sumerian Mesopotamian myth. We have Manu in Hinduism. We have Noah in the biblical and the Quranic narrative, who built a boat of wood and saved humanity from the apparent wrath of God that God sent through flood. Like that, we have also the end of the day apocalyptic hero coming. Call it the Kali Yuga, call it the Malhamah, or call it the Doomsday, right? In Kalki Puran, we see a character called Kalki coming at the Kali Yuga, at the end of the Kali Yuga, to save humanity. In Zoroastrianism, we find Saushant, and in the biblical narrative, we have a prophet coming. Now, definitely, in the Abrahamic religion, all three major Abrahamic religion has different idea about this prophecy of this apparent prophet coming, or you could call it a hero. We Muslims though claim that we have gotten the prophet already, as Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam came as a guidance for the whole of humanity. But the Bible also seems to talk about another narrative of a king coming from the line of their first king, the first Israelite king from the line of King David, who will come at the end of the time and finish the 1500 year long exile of the Jewish and build the temple. And they call this king Mashiach. They will anoint this. So this is anointed king Mashiach. In English, it's Messiah. What happened then was a small Jewish sect in the beginning of the Christian era, around 30-40 AD. This Jewish sect anointed this man who was born of the miracle of the miracle. He didn't have any father, so he was born without a father from the family of David. His mother was from the family of David, but so this guy was born called Yeshua and claimed he was the Messiah, as he was also performing a lot of other miracles, healing leprosy and also resurrecting that people. That's another miracle of the miracle, right? But still, the majority of the Jews didn't accept him and hence killed him with the help of the elite Romans of that time. And why not? This Messiah was creating a lot of problem for the Jews of the time. And as a reformer, as Yeshua was, Jesus was, no one likes a reformer, because he was asking for changes in their religion to come back to the real monotheism. So they didn't like him and he killed them. And they were also thinking, if you can resurrect dead people, you could just resurrect yourself as well after you are dead, right? So the Jewish technically didn't accept Jesus as the Mashiach, and hence they're still waiting for this apparent Mashiach coming, as he didn't fulfill all the prophecy. Oh well, how can you fulfill the prophecy if you already kill him, right? But the Christians, this new sect, the new Jewish sect, forming a new religion kind of Christianity, and they took the challenge of resurrecting the dead seriously. And guess what? They resurrected Jesus. And they took the insult kind of too personally when they were like, oh no, your Messiah is fake. They took it too personally, They not only resurrected him from dead, they make him God himself. Anyways, Jesus will come back at the end of the time as a man to save humanity again from the Antichrist. And interestingly, in the Quran, we affirm Jesus as the Masihu too. Quran affirms Jesus to be the Messiah and calls Jesus, asks us to call Jesus Al-Masihu Isa ibn Maryam, right? So Islam kind of ticks both the Prophet and the Messiah. But for some reason, we Muslims have another third character, a third person. And we all know him by the name of Imam Mahdi. Who will also come at the end of the time and fight against all the devil, all the evil, and kind of make it easy for Jesus to come from the sky. But if we have Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, if we have Jesus, who was also, both of them are the signs of the end time, and Jesus is also coming back to fulfill the rest of the prophecies. So we don't need this third person, but still we have this Imam Mahdi. So let's explore in my first video today. Let's explore Imam Mahdi and find out who he really is. Is this apocalyptic hero in the Quran, or is he in the hadith, or is he just one of those fables that Muslims, everyone loves to have in their literature? So who could that Mahdi be? Is he a Shia Mahdi, or is he a Sunni Mahdi, or is he the Mahdi of Dajjal, Masihu Dajjal? I really wanted to make the video very small so that it's easy for everyone to follow it, but the concept is so deeply rooted in our belief system. Everyone believes in this Mahdi, right? So it's so deeply rooted in our belief system. My video kind of prolonged, though I tried my best. I kind of started from the middle, as you will see. I kind of start from the middle because I skipped all the intro of all the different literature and kind of did a small little intro in my intro that I did now. So I hope you will like my video. If you like it, please like and subscribe, and definitely let me know if I did anything wrong or if I did any mistake, because I'm still learning, as we all should be learning. Welcome to my channel, Siratul Mustaqim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Rabbi jidni ilma, Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. But before coming to Islam, let's wrap up this concept, right? This whole concept of this end of apocalyptic hero coming. So yeah, everyone has that. This Kalki, Saoshan, Mashiach, and there are two things though. In biblical, there is definitely this prophecy of Muhammad. Even Jesus prophesies of this Ahmad coming at the end of the time. I will put up the verse. In the New Testament, even in the Old Testament, how they prophesize about this prophet coming at the end of the time. Every religion before Islam does that, this coming of this hero or prophet at the end of the time. So to me, I will argue that concept of the Kalki, Saoshan, and that concept is our Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. When you see all the prophecies, how it's put up, how Kalki will be in a horse, in fighting with a sword. No, that's not. Paul just copied up and made Jesus will come back and kind of be in a horse with sword coming off his mouth. But that's a different thing in Revelation. But that's a different thing. So, and that prophet kind of came as a mercy for mankind. We have to always think it's a mercy for us. The Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam finally came and showed us, gave us the Quran, the Word of God, and which is intact till today. But that's a different story. But Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam already came, so that prophecy already fulfilled. And you could argue, where is the end of the day now? What's the link with this end of the day? Definitely, Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam told us that he is the sign of the end of the day. How he's one of the major signs in a way of the end of the day, and he's coming, and throughout the Quran it says how end of the day is imminent now that the Prophet is here. So let's skip that, right? We're talking about Mahdi now. So Prophet Muhammad already came, and even in Hinduism they have this concept of Kali Yuga already finishing, because the Kalki is supposed to come in the Kali Yuga, and the Kali Yuga already finishing, and we are actually living in the Satya Yuga. So that's completely a different topic. I will talk about that in a different video. But now, because I'm going to talk about Jesus and coming, Jesus, because in Abrahamic concept we have this concept of Mashiach coming. So Islam kind of have an answer to that also, because Islam also, most of the Muslims also acknowledges Jesus coming back. So we have that Mashiach also done. As who is he? He is Jesus. He is Isa ibn Maryam. He is Masihu Isa ibn Maryam, right? So he is the Masih. So we have that concept already. So we actually now, as Prophet Muhammad already came, Jesus was already came, as they are also in the, according to the Quran, they are both the signs of the end times. They're already here, and let's even say Jesus will come back. That's another video I will talk about, but because it's there kind of implicitly in the Quran, and a lot of hadiths. I will make another video. But let's say even Jesus coming back, so we don't need this figure. But now we have this concept of Mahdi, and I also was an ardent believer of it, right? I also believed in this character of Mahdi, because I love this story of the end times. But let's talk about Mahdi and let's see what it is. So Mahdi is, according to my belief, because I am a Sunni from Bangladesh and a Hanafi, as grew up as a Hanafi, but okay, whatever. What the ideology, the concept, we had this guy coming and bringing everyone together, bringing unity of Muslims, and establishing Khilafah for Jesus to come down from the sky and solving all our Mahdi solving all our problem, and Jesus coming from the sky and then killing the devil of all time, the Dajjal, right? So that's what I believe, right? But that's a very innocent narrative, right? Who doesn't want to believe in this innocent narrative? Though we should not have every religion have this narrative of someone coming. We should not, because we already have the complete religion. We have the complete concept of whatever needs to be there. Or we have the complete guidance through Quran and through the example, through the Sunnah of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So we don't need anything. But let's focus again. What is Mahdi then? So I also believed in it. I also looked for, okay, now the first time I found it, kind of it hit me in a bad way, kind of, because when you think, when you are thinking, please think, Muslims, please think. When you think, you see there are problems. I was talking to one of my cousin, and we were talking about what's happening in Jerusalem right now, and trust me, that's explained in my detailed video. What the Jewish people, what the Zionists, not Jewish, not everyone believes in this system of all these things. Jewish people, we're all not Jewish. So these Zionists, some Christians, the evangelists, Baptist Christians, they are together now, like the Zionists. They're supposed to be enemies. They're supposed to be enemies, and it's actually Muslims and these Jewish people were friends, but they're not Jewish. They're this Zionist group that consists of Christian, and also, trust me, they consist of some Muslim Imam, scholar of us too. So they are establishing this end of the world. So yeah, as I was talking to my cousin about this concept, I was talking to him how end of the days could be soon, if what they're doing, that could be Dajjal, whatever they're doing, because the temple, they're not going to do good things, trust me. The rituals are very shaitanic. That's a different concept. But I was talking to my cousin and telling him how the Muslims should be united first and about everything, and hold on to the rope of God together. But his answer, after talking for a while, his answer was, unless Mahdi comes, there is nothing going to happen. And even though an ardent believer, I was like, no, look, I know, I believe in Mahdi too, but we have to work for it. We cannot be standing and doing nothing for it, right? But see, that was the first time kind of it hit me, like this innocent narrative is actually not innocent. It doesn't do anything good. It's making us lazy. It's not it's taking our responsibility away from us, and keeps on making us waiting for this figure to come at the end of the time. So recently there was this news again of this new Mahdi coming up, and he's using AI and using mass confusion, mass deception. That's Dajjal, literally Dajjal. Even according to the hadith of the Prophet, these will be fake prophets coming. So this prophet, like we always had that in all times, right? This concept, in New York City we have that. We have Elijah Muhammad, who started as a Mahdi, then became Muhammad himself, and came himself to be the prophet, or whatever. This Mahdi complexity, right? Even in 18th century, 19th century, in our subcontinent, we have this Qadiani figure who started as a Mahdi, then he started thinking himself as the Jesus himself, and he was everything, right? Then he's prophet, he's better than prophet, and started thinking we went too far. So this thing has been there since the beginning, but even in lately, even 1979, if you see this ISIS, this terrorist organization, everyone trying to bring this Khilafat and trying to bring this Mahdi together, right? This concept, even 1979 Kaaba, what they tried to do and what they tried to accomplish, right? It's scary how hundreds of people were killed during the Hajj, not during the Hajj, sorry, it was in the 9th of Muharram, during when the temple was, it's all planned, right? And it was in the 1400 actually. Okay, I don't want to go there. So these people, just look up. You could just look up 1917 attack. 1917. We have this speech on YouTube. How terrifying! Just imagine yourself being there and knowing those hadiths, because they're narrating those hadiths. Most of the hadiths about the end of the time, the mosquitoes are killing me. Let's move a little bit. Okay. This end of the time hero coming lately, the thing that scared me the most, the idea, and someone somewhere, I don't want to even give credit to that, use this AI and spread this deception about him being, so use those hadiths again, right? Use hadiths and use AI voice of prominent Islamic pop scholar, and in their voice or in their video, in the video he kind of claimed that the Mahdi is here and he's hiding, he's not going to say he's Mahdi, because Mahdi is apparently not going to say he's Mahdi. So everything added up for him. So he's like, oh no, he's Mahdi. And I was shocked, kind of like, can you imagine? The reason I'm making now with the video is, can you imagine now? Just please imagine one thing. Please understand this, Muslim. Don't be dumb. Don't be deaf. Try to see what's going on in the world. Don't, oh my God, don't, please, Muslims, try to see. Don't be blind. See, the Dajjal, whoever that is, he's not retarded. He knows this literature. He knows every literature already. He knows what to do to deceive us. And he has deceived everyone, except we claim us Muslims were not deceived. But we are deceived to the core too. We don't realize it. It's not that easy. It's not that easy. Our Prophet Muhammad ﷺ didn't cry all night for the deception. That if someone comes, if that's that easy. Please try to see. So, yes, I was just thinking, Dajjal knows this. And if 1979, that group has the backup of AI and have the literally a little bit more backup, and they're more organized, just imagine what havoc, what chaos that could create. You would think, and I would like, okay, no, that's okay, that Muslims maybe would get united, that's what they're trying to pull off. But no, how will Muslim this kid gets united? When I started researching and getting deeper now, again, like, go to the Quran directly and go to the hadith and try to see what's actually there. Don't just believe whatever you are told. Let me fix my camera. So don't just believe whatever you are told. And I wanted to do that. Okay, let me go to the Quran and let me see what's actually in the hadith literature, because we have a massive collection, right? And we have a massive collection of end of the day times and of the day hadith, what's the science and everything. Though the Quran is, I will talk about that later. But okay, let me go there. And I was shocked. At first, I was shocked. Okay, Quran doesn't talk about it, right? Quran has no concept of Mahdi, this Imam Mahdi. I have a question about an ayah, because when Jesus is talked, he is this. I'm not an Arabic speaking, but there is this word in Mahdi in Arabic, but it's a different meaning. But that's a different case. So in the Quran there is no Mahdi. So okay, let me go to the hadith. Let me go to Bukhari, right? I searched in Bukhari, there is no Mahdi. Okay, what's going on? This is like this in the core has been creating so much stir, has been creating so much problem, and this thing is not even there. What's going on? So after Bukhari, I was like, okay, no, let me look at Muslim, because that's the next Sahih out of the 6 Sitta, right? Out of the 6, these are 2 Sahih and the rest are Sunan. These 2 Sahih are completely either ignorant or it's just not there. And then after that, when you go to the other 4, yeah, then we go, because in the next one, Sunan in Tirmidhi or forgive me, I'm wrong. Because every hadith book is chapter. They have chapters about Mahdi then, but somehow Bukhari and Muslim didn't find it important. Definitely, they knew about it, right? Let's say they knew about it. You can say that's another thing if they say, but definitely, because Bukhari had other books, definitely. But in the Sahih, he didn't find it important. So there is no Mahdi. But okay, so I was like, what's going on now? Where is this Mahdi thing? And I have like a Sunni, I have always known it but didn't paid attention. Then I was like, okay, who else talks about this Mahdi? And when I started doing research, obviously everyone could have different fights about this, but everyone is on board about this idea about this end of the day. Every religion, everything, even Islam even the sects in Islam is on board about this Mahdi, right? And what that is, even Shia, we have might understanding about even the understanding of being a messenger, and what's the purpose of the imamat and everything, the responsibility of the ummah, same understanding of God though, and Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, and after that complete understanding is different. We are divided, we are killing, everything has been happening since the beginning because of this Sunni Shia. And Shia we have this common though, this imamat. And why not common? Because I found out for Shia, this concept is their aqidah, because they have to believe in the imam, because their whole aqidah is revolved on this imam, right? I went on details on my video how there are 12 imams in Shiism, 12 are Shiism especially, and the 12th imam, who was born in 860-70, he was supposed to be dead by now, but he's supposedly not dead. He is in occultation. He is going to come back again at the end of the time, when time is right. And so according to them, this 12th imam is the Imam Mahdi. So, and as I said, Shia, this is Aqidah, because the split of Sunni Shiism is because of they believe in imamat after Prophet, and after Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, the responsibility of the Ummah, the Khilafat should go to the imamat, and Sunni believed in, no, it shouldn't go, it's not a patriarchal, what you call it, that system that it goes from the father to the son. Now the Islam is not like that. It doesn't go with the scholars, the seniors of Muslim community, of the political leader, took responsibility of the Muslim Ummah. That actually was very important. I will go about that in a different video. I don't want to get distracted. So the Sunni's claim is, no, it doesn't go to imams, but they say no, it goes to imam. And the fight goes on, and this Abbasid Khalifa was the first one. When the Umayyad falls, this Abbasid Khalif, the first Khalif, he names his son Mahdi. So he thinks, okay, let's start this concept of this Mahdi. Let's bring this Mahdi to life. So he even named it Mahdi. Their flag was black, as I said earlier. They wanted to write a scripture, as Yasir Qadhi says. Write a scripture again, but they failed. Even later on, there was fight between two brothers, and how they came from the Khurasan with the black flag. Everything, those hadiths about that, the hadiths about Imam Mahdi, those are in the Sunans, are actually they wrote a scripture of that. It could be either way around, right? I don't want to go there, but after the Abbasid, even when that's exactly, even you know what, when that happened, this Abbasid Khalifa coming, it's exactly happened during the time of Imam Jafar, who is the fifth or sixth, I forgot, Imam of Shiism, and that's another way where it's placed between the fivers, the seveners, and 12ers, right? And Imam Jafar, everyone believed in Imam Jafar, and after that the split happened in Shiism. And Imam Jafar is one of those kind of scholar that even we take hadith from him, because he was very we respect him, whatever. So after his death, all this stir happened. These Abbasid Khalifa rising, but obviously that's the 5th. And after 100 years again, then that 12th Imam, he is born, and he went into occultation when he was young, because everyone will kill him because he's the 12th one. And let me drink a little bit of water. So he went into hiding, and then he came back again, and then he went into hiding again. And as Imam, and Shiism believe there has to be Imam at all the time, and to interpret the Quran, because no one else can interpret the Quran. Only them, Imam, can have the power of whatever to have the Quran. That's another topic. I don't want to get diverted, but this making human special concept is which is the biggest shirki thing. The concept that the poison that Shaitan has given and distracted all the religion is also thrown in in Islam through Shiism of this Imamah thingy. There is nothing after Prophet Muhammad. There is no one special, no one. There is no Imam. There is nothing. We are the Imams. We are the Ummah. Prophet Muhammad gave us the responsibility. Okay, let me not go there. So Shiism, this Imam is coming, right? So, and when you see, I will post some lectures. When you see the Shia concept of Imam Mahdi, that's when you see, oh my God, that's so problematic. That's when you see all the bullshit, right? That's when you see all the bullshit. What's the bullshit? Because they say Imam Mahdi, obviously Imam Mahdi is in the Quran 120 times. That I will in the video you'll see 120 times. Obviously, then it's and they don't believe in the Sunnah hadith books. Sorry, not Sunnah, the hadith books, but they even say, okay, there are so many hadiths. Even the concept of this is from our Sunnah, so from our hadith, this concept of 12 Imams. So they bring this and all this. We have all this literature of the Fatima's son. Though there is a difference. We believe, our Sunni belief is the Mahdi is from family of Hassan, and Shia belief is from the family of Hussein. That's another distinction I wanted to make, because it is there. So basically it's a Shia concept, right? It's a whole Shia narrative that's there. But somehow, when we, after even Bukhari didn't find it important, even Muslim find it, but after that, Imam Mahdi, these later scholars kind of found this important and included it. And Imam Ahmad Hanbal is fascinating, this character. How much fairy tale. Okay, no. So they included this Mahdi, and this Mahdi is all there now. Because after all history, whatever happened in 200 to 300 years, now we have this thing in our literature, somehow got into it now, and even not in the primary. And so what's going on? What's there? Why it's not obvious? If Imam Mahdi this is a very important figure, right? We have to know, and kind of it should be kind of in the Quran. It should be directly in the Quran that someone is coming. So so this is very important for us, and the way it's in everyone's head, everyone is talking about it. So many people got lost because of this idea. This should be core, right? And I was shocked. No, this is not even important for Sunni. This is a Shia narrative that somehow got into our hadith literature, because when these books are canonized, before that there was no sectarianism. All Muslims were together. The Sunni Shia split happened later on, right? So this hadith literature, kind of these hadiths, these fake hadiths, kind of came into our scripture. Now, I said fake hadiths. So now what's going on? Why do we Muslims need this Mahdi? And why is it problematic again? Trust me, I've seen even innocent people like you and me getting lost in this concept of Mahdi. I have a friend, I don't want to go there. I have known multiple people who started thinking, how pride killed them, and started thinking they were Mahdi. Because they were smart, they were there. Like Qadiani was smart, he was going there, but then they get lost. Because Shaitan, when you start thinking with that pride that even Iblis failed, that pride of being, I'm special, I know everything, that test kills everyone. And it killed everyone. This Mahdi is the perfect recipe for everyone to think you are special. And have seen this was always problematic, but when I went to the sources directly, I am like, okay, that's what's up. It's not even important. This is not even there. So what if? And as I said, Dajjal is not retarded. He knows. So okay, let's say and the end of the time, right? So Muslims, we should not be confused. If anything, we should be ready. We have the responsibility. Okay, now the Sunni, like the Shia say, okay, now they 120 times. Our Sunni also does that with Bukhari, because someone will say in the okay, now Bukhari and Muslim, they have an indirect mentioning of Imam Mahdi, right? And what are the hadiths? It's so funny. It's in Bukhari and Muslim, there is this hadith that it talks actually about how Jesus is going to come back at the end of the time and what's going to happen. So before that, we have this hadith too about saying how Jesus will come back, and he wants to come back as a ummah of the Prophet to see how when the Islam is established, the religion of God is established, how that will look. So he has that wish, and God kind of fulfilled it through him coming back again. So we have this idea. So when Jesus comes back from the heaven, it's funny how he comes back. Even in Shia and Sunni is different, because in Sunni, I don't know why we Sunni why we do this. In the Sunni, Jesus will come back in Damascus, in Umayyad capital. Why? Jesus has nothing to do with this capital of Umayyad, Damascus. And when you read the Bible, you'll see how Damascus is a no-no for them. It will be destroyed. And I don't know why somehow in Sunni, Jesus has to come down in Damascus, and in Shiaism is where if he comes back, he will come there where he's supposed to, the temple, where the temple is Masjid al-Aqsa. He will come back there, not, I don't know why. Okay, Shiaism. So this Mahdi. So that's another difference, right? So when this Jesus will come back, and there will be this Imam, right, that in a certain time, a certain time before the prayer, this Imam will be almost there to pray, to lead the Muslims, and the Imam will say, no, you're the Prophet, come on, go ahead, you should lead the prayer. Then Jesus says, because as Prophet Muhammad ﷺ is narrating us, like, this Imam will be amongst you. This Imam, Imamukum minkum, he's from amongst you. This honor, Prophet Muhammad, this responsibility he is giving to us, this Ummah. You will be in control. You are supposed to take control of this Ummah. You will, even if Jesus, if he's not saying if, when Jesus come back, he will follow you. Yes, after that he will take control over whatnot, but he will follow you. So this responsibility is upon you. So we Muslims, we Sunni at least, should take this as a responsibility. Okay, now as we know, the responsibility is unto us, of the Ummah, like it was before on the Bani Israel. Now it came to Muslim. Now we should take that proudly, that responsibility. No, we will say, nah, this Imam who is leading is Imam Mahdi. No, why Sunni we have to do this? Now there is this other hadith in Sahih Muslim that talks about a dream that our Prophet Muhammad ﷺ had. It's narrated by Aisha radhiyallahu anha. So it's a dream where Prophet Muhammad ﷺ said that this army is attacking Kaaba, and that army is also Muslims. They are attacking these Muslims who are also Muslim in Kaaba, and these Muslims are better, and those worse Muslims are swallowed outside Kaaba at a certain place. And so yeah, they are saved. And Prophet Muhammad ﷺ is obviously nervous when he wakes up, and he tells that to Aisha, and that's the hadith comes from. And I don't know why in these two hadiths we have to find Imam Mahdi. So they say this group in Makkah is Imam Mahdi. He's talking about Muslims here. I don't know. So we Sunni are now starting doing the same thing that Shia are doing, trying to insert this narrative again. So now, why another? Then after that, when I saw these things, and when I got more aware, I'm like, okay. And as I said again, I would say, I've been saying that we Muslims should be aware, if anything. And as Prophet Muhammad ﷺ has said in the end of the signs and everything, there are so many Sahih hadiths. Because we Sunni, we should be believing in all this Sahih hadith, right? Okay, let's see what's going on right now. So let's see that our Prophet Muhammad ﷺ obviously talking about that, and how deception will come. That's obvious. Dajjal is coming, and Prophet Muhammad ﷺ crying that thing, and that deception, we shouldn't be deceived. It's kind of clear, right? It should be simple. We are not going to follow someone whose head is going to be kafara written, and we know who's Jesus. If he's coming from the sky, Jesus, I will make a Jesus video. Where the times we are living in, it's so bad because we exhausted all the minor signs and the major signs are already set to happen. So let me not go there, but at the same time we could still, end of the day, it could be very far away, but it could be right now, but whatever. That's what the Quran says, right? So forget waiting about all these things or whatever. So Imam Mahdi, right? Imam Mahdi, okay. Prophet Muhammad talk about this Dajjal, this deceiver, deception. So how he might deceive us, right? He already deceived the Christians. He already deceives the Anunnaki, this new age movement, or anyone who believe in a human figure, human godly figure, that God has a human, the concept of human, like human, making human divine to a point of more than to point of God, right? This new age people thinking that or alien theory or avatar of God, or whatever you call it, is right. These people, when this end of the time, if anyone claims anything like that, we already know Muslims. We say we Muslims should know. No. But look at this thing. So it should be clear. Okay, if any, let's say we believe in Jesus coming back. If someone is coming from the sky, that's obvious, right? There is going to be videos and everything. They're going to prove that who's coming. So it's not going to be. So no person should be saying anything, claim anything special. We shouldn't be deceived. It's clear. We need, if there is Dajjal is coming, we just need someone to come and kill him. And Jesus definitely, as we have more Sahih hadith, Jesus is going to kill him. We don't need this Mahdi figure at all. Why do we have this figure? So now what Dajjal does is, because it's obvious, because Prophet Muhammad even prophesied about him, about his signs and everything. Now look, these details, as he has always done, pollute these details, as he done with the other older scriptures. Those were the word of God too. But the Bibles, devil has added details so that people get confused and lost in these details, trying to find the reality. But he is deceiving us, right? So as he has done with the older scriptures, because now they are looking for a Son of God to come and whatnot. But and the alien, whatnot. I will make an alien, all this video, another thingy, but. For us Muslims, it should be no. You cannot be nothing like that, and it's obvious, right? Either you are Jesus coming from sky, or you are no one, literally no one. But now we will be looking for this, and instead of being aware of this Dajjal figure, as we should be, as and be aware of these deceptions happening, as a deception, right? So what could be the biggest deception? Dajjal, what if he added this extra narrative of Mahdi, and we look for this character, and we slip, like the Shia will definitely slip, because there is no special human, right? There is no occultation. The Shia has copied this. If Jesus could do that, why not? See, this concept is dangerous. If Jesus could go in occultation, why not this Mahdi, right? In fact, in their concept, Mahdi is even more special than the Prophet Jesus. Their Imam are more special than the prophets after Prophet Muhammad ﷺ. But after Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, these are the Imam. It goes like the 12 Imam. So whatever not. So when this Imam, he will add this narrative, and he will make this human, when we Muslims will slip, and that's how it's going to be hard for us, because we Sunni, we shouldn't be falling like the Shia will. We will also fall, because we have the stupid narrative in our books too. Come on, Sunni, for the sake of calling yourself Sunni, understand this fitna, this plot of Dajjal. We don't need this. It's not a concept that if we completely delete it, your iman will get weaker on anything. If anything, your iman will get stronger, because Prophet Muhammad ﷺ gave us that responsibility to fight. There is no Mahdi coming. You have to create, you have to bring, you have to unite. Stop fighting, stop making sects. Come back to the Quran and come back to the real Sunnah. Real Sunnah. Try to put Quran first. Don't confuse yourself by saying that no, the book of hadiths are at the same level. We need Sunnah, but not the way like the Quran. Quran is a complete book of guidance. Try to find the answers in the Quran. Anything that's not in the Quran, you definitely could doubt it. And Mahdi is one of that. It pollutes us. Shaitan has polluted, like the older scripture, it has polluted us Muslims. When that this Mahdi will come, we Muslims even won't be united. Forget about all this other religion coming together. When you compare the Shia and the Sunni narrative, please study about Shia's concept too. How it will be such a collision, such a problem between us Muslims, and we will be lost because we are looking for this Mahdi, and we will be by mistake, but as a deception, as the deceiver will do. He's not going to come, and this deception, he's not going to tell you. We are going to be confused. How this? Why this? Why this narrative is in our literature? No, please get this narrative out. Mahdi, no, is a dangerous figure. He cannot do anything good. Hasn't done anything good. I've never seen anything good came from this. I've lost friends, gone wild. I've lost family, gone wild, thinking they are special. There is nothing special. Special is gone. You and me, we all have the responsibility. We all are special. All the Ummah, all the Muslims, we are the special one. We have to make our society, make this world better, make this message, make this Quran connect to everyone. This Quran, not the hadiths, Quran, make it throughout if they burn, we publish more. We don't go kill them. We don't make them punish them. If they burn 10, we make 100, thousands of them, like we did. We do that's what we do. Come back, Muslims, come back to Islam. Oh Muslim, come back to Islam. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم اهدنا الصراط المستقيم اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. Say Ameen. As if the video was not long enough. In 1453, the Sultan of the Ottoman Empire has conquered the capital of the famous Catholic Roman Empire called the Constantinople, and ended 1.5 millennia of this Roman Empire, which was a very big deal, which was one of the biggest deals in the history of humanity, to be honest. And obviously the Muslims, as the hadith goes, were overjoyed and gave the Khilafat to Muhammad II, and hence the start of the Ottoman Khilafat. And as the conquest of Constantinople is very closely related to the end of the times, people, all the Muslims especially, after the Constantinople was already conquered, were on the edge of their seat, because they were thinking anytime the apocalypse could start, the Malhamah could start. They were always on the edge. Anything happened, people get nervous. And taking the advantage of the situation, a prince of Wallachia, present-day Romania, started making Sultan Mehmed's life very difficult, as he knew very well about the Ottoman Empire. He literally started going against the most powerful person in the world at that time, Sultan Mehmed II, and he started attacking the troops of the Ottoman force from left and right, and causing a lot of chaos. And this Prince of Wallachia, Vlad, he also got the name of being an impaler, as he almost killed and tortured 20,000 Turks and just impaled them in a bamboo stick. Just horrible. Just imagine seeing that. Miles and miles of dead bodies. So this fear mongering, this fear thing, he knew, and he used it very well, as Dajjal is also closely related to the end of times. So they were waiting for Dajjal, and this man was already causing all this confusion, so it just added up. Now imagine people, right? When you see this impaled, thousands and thousands of impaled people, Ottoman, not only Ottoman, Turks, Vlad also impale his own people to just cause fear to these Ottoman troops who were coming to kind of attack his town of Tirgovist, as it was called, the Battle of Tirgovista. Just imagine, you see all those impaled, thousands and thousands of impaled people, and your troops are missing. You have missing people right and left, because there was a night fight that was very famous, when the Ottoman troops just woke up and in the middle of the night and saw their own troops attacking them, killing them. And also there was this other time, there was literally a zombie attack. People with diseases and weak came into the camp of the Ottoman troop. Obviously all these things caused a lot of fear, a lot of tension, and people were spreading this news to one another, and it went out to the Christian neighboring countries, and they were very happy about it, because they didn't like the Muslims, and as they conquered the capital of the Roman Catholic Church. What actually happened was Vlad III, by that time the king of Wallachia, knew that he's not going to win, because Ottoman troop is big. He's never going to win. So what he did was he imposed a guerrilla warfare. So he attacked the big troop of the Ottoman from left and right in small bands, and just killed a couple or 3 or 4 Ottoman troops and just vanished again. Another tactic he used was the night attack. What he did was he asked his troop to dress up as the Ottoman troop. So they were wearing Ottoman helmet, Ottoman shields and everything, and they went into the camp and started attacking. And obviously that created a lot of confusion, because every soldier doesn't know everyone by memory, so it's thousands and thousands of people. So they thought the Ottoman troop got mad, and it's a ghost or something is happening. But in truth, it was actually it was actually Vlad's troop that was dressed up as the Ottoman, and caused a major confusion, and thousands and thousands of Ottoman troops died. And the zombie attack, it was kind of one of the first biological attacks per se. Vlad literally sent down plague-infected, bubonic plague and other plague-infected people in the camp of the Turk. And guess what happens when you have an enclosed camp like that? Thousands of people died out of the plague. So long story short, as the Muslims started telling each other the story of the parent Dajjal, and the story switched to the neighboring countries, and the Christian gets happy. But eventually this prince, the king of Wallachia, dies. He gets killed. But still the fear that he has mongered, the fear that he spread, and the fame, because the neighboring Christians loved him because he killed Muslims. So the fame, the fable, and also this fame and fable came because Muslims thought him as the Dajjal. Otherwise he would be just another unknown, no one even, he was nothing kind of. He was so small of a force, so little of a threat, that it would have not created any problem for the Turkish troop. The reason it created the problem because people thought he was the Dajjal. And as usual, the fame and the fable spread around. The Christian neighboring countries loved him because of that, and romanticized this character of this king of Wallachia, of Vlad Dracula. Yes, that's his name, Dracula. And guess what happened? This Dajjal gets romanticized and fictionized to this bloodthirsty vampire that we know in our storybooks as Dracula. So yes, Dajjal did become Dracula. I hope you liked my video. This is my first video, so I might have done a lot of mistakes, and I am still learning this new art, so please forgive me. And if I did any mistake, please let me know in the comment section. Please like and subscribe, and let me know what kind of videos you might wanna watch from me. And what I always encourage is do the research. You have all the sources to go for the research. Do your research. Don't listen to what I said. Do your research and find the right path. Find the Sirat al-Mustaqim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.